Hello beautiful people, it's me B. I'm here with my tea and today I will be doing some more spooky movies. So today I'm going to be sharing 13 spooky movies by or with Asian people. I thought I've already done Black, I've already done Hispanic, and it's time to do Asian. And I'm going to start from least scary to most scary. I'll also let you know if they are in a different language. Some of them are in a different language and are English dubbed, or will sometimes just have subtitles. I'm not too sure. There are ones I know for a fact that are English dubbed, and there are ones that I just only know of that have English subtitles. My pronunciation for any of these are really bad. I'm so sorry in advance. Alright, so let's begin. First movie is Kikis Delivery Service. I've seen this movie. I love it. I love all of Studio Ghibli. So I don't know if it's Ghibli or Ghibli. I think it's Ghibli. But I love all of Studio Ghibli's movies like Princess Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle. They're all awesome. Kiki's Delivery Service came out in 1989 and it's rated G. I thought Kiki's Delivery Service was apropos because it's cute. You can literally choose any of Studio Ghibli's movies. They're all pretty good. And like kid friendly. So the director is Hayao Miyazaki and he's Japanese. There's some Asian cast. Some of the cast is American because they do have an English dubbed version, so the people who do the English dubbed version are American. Let me read the synopsis. In this anime feature, 13-year-old Kiki moves to a seaside town with her talking cat Gigi to spend a year alone in accordance with her village's tradition for witches in training. After learning to control her broomstick, Kiki sets up a flying courier service and soon becomes a fixture in the community. But when the insecure young witch begins questioning herself and loses her magic abilities, she must overcome her self-doubt and get her powers back. So this movie is in Japanese with English subtitled and is English dubbed. So next movie is Sixth Sense. It came out in 1998. It's PG-13. The director is M. Night Shyamalan. He is Indian. And yes, let me read the synopsis. Young Cole Sear is haunted by a dark secret. He is visited by ghosts. Cole is frightened by visitations from these with unresolved problems who appear from the shadows. He is too afraid to tell anyone about his anguish except child psychologist Dr. Malcolm Crowe. As Dr. Crowe tries to uncover the truth about Cole's supernatural abilities, the consequences for client and therapist are a jolt that awakens them both to something unexplainable. I saw this movie a few years ago, a good amount of years ago. And I remember watching it and I liked it and it was like spooky enough. Bruce Willis, he's a pretty good actor, and yeah, I liked the movie. It wasn't too scary in my opinion, and I watched it when I was pretty young, so I think it's appropriate. All right, next movies are the it's a trilogy, and the director is also M. Night Shyamalan, and it's Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. Unbreakable came out in 2000, Split came out in 2016, and Glass came out in 2019. They're all PG-13. I find that, I guess, PG-13 was different back then than it is now, because when I watched Split, that was pretty gruesome. It was pretty gruesome. So, and I don't like gory things, so that's why I think it got to me. But I guess it's because the amount of it. I remember watching Split. I don't remember watching the other two. No, I never did watch Glass. But anyway, I'm gonna share the synopsis of Unbreakable, and then If you like that and you want to watch the other ones, then you can. A security guard, having been the sole survivor of a high fatality train crash, finds himself at the center of a mysterious theory that explains his consistent physical good fortune. When news of his survival is made public, a man whose own body is excessively weak tracks him down in an attempt to explain his unique, unbreakable nature. Yeah, it was okay. Like I said, I don't like gore, but it was pretty decent. It does make you a little upset. I'm speaking of Split because that's the only one I saw. Made me a little bit upset because of how things went down. But anyway, I won't go on a rant. Watch it if you want. Just a heads up, it's a little bit gory. Okay, next movie/movies is The Conjuring. That came out in 2013. It's rated R. The director and co-creator of all of the movies I'm about to mention is James Wan, and he has Malaysian Chinese descent. So The Conjuring is a whole like scary movie universe. It's connected to Insidious, The Nun, the Annabelle movies, and it's like a whole world. Even the movie I mentioned last week, Curse of La Llorona, that is also part of this whole scary movie universe. They're really good. These movies are really good in the way that like the plot is good. It keeps you drawn in. It's scary. It's supernatural. So if you don't like watching like creepy, demonic, possessing, devilish stuff, don't watch it. Because I'm just letting you know now, don't do it to yourself. It will disturb your soul. No matter how much you think you can handle a scary movie, this movie will get you. Like, it's good. And I like that because it gives me just the scare, like the perfect amount of scare. I always have to watch, like, I'd probably be watching Kikis delivery service after I watch this because they get you. Anyway, let me read the synopsis for The Conjuring. So, in 1970, paranormal investigators and demonologists Lorraine and Ed Warren are summoned to the home of Carolyn and Roger Perrin. The Perrins and their 5 daughters have recently moved into a secluded farmhouse where a supernatural presence has made itself known. Though the manifestations are relatively benign at first, events soon escalate in horrifying fashion, especially after the Warrens discover the house's macabre history. Do yourself a favor and watch this movie. Only if you really like scary movies, so I recommend watching this movie. If you're not the type of person to really like scary movies, don't put yourself through this. Yep. Next movie is Parasite. It came out in 2019. It's rated R. The director is Bong Joon-ho. He is South Korean, and there's an Asian cast. This movie is in Korean and it has English subtitles. So if you don't like reading subtitles, get over it and watch this movie. I don't know what to tell you. It's a good movie. So let me read the synopsis. So, greed and class discrimination threaten the newly formed symbiotic relationship between the wealthy Park family and the destitute Kim clan. I watched the trailer. I haven't watched the movie. The trailer literally gives away nothing, and I was even reading like some of the comments under the trailer, and they were like, this movie is really great, and the trailer really does give away nothing. And then I read some reviews, and they were like, this is like, it's actually a really scary movie. And I was like, also won an award. I think it won an Oscar. I'm not surprised. I recommend go watch it. Next movie is The Host. Not to be confused with like 2 other movies called The Host. This came out in 2006 and it's rated R, and the director is also Bong Joon-ho. Also has an Asian cast, also in Korean with English subtitles. Let me read the synopsis. Careless American military personnel dump chemicals into South Korea's Han River. Several years later, a creature emerges from the tainted waters and sinks its ravenous jaws into local residents. When the creature abducts their daughter, a vendor and his family decide that they are the only ones who can save her. That's on family having your back. I watched a trailer for this movie and it looks really good. It is a creature feature and I don't know, I like it. I like the trailer and it's definitely on my to watch list. That's all I have to say. Watch it. Next movie is Train to Busan. It came out in 2016. It's not rated. Director is Yeon Sang-ho. This director is South Korean and it also has an Asian cast. This movie is a zombie movie, so if you don't like zombie movies, this is not for you. But if you do, this is definitely for you. Let me read the synopsis. A man, his estranged daughter, and other passengers become trapped on a speeding train during a zombie outbreak in South Korea. Oh, first mention, this movie is in Korean with English subtitles. I don't know if it is English dubbed, it may be, but I know that it is in Korean. The original movie is in Korean and it does have English subtitles. I think I remember watching this movie like around the time it came out because one of my friends liked zombie movies and she convinced me to watch it with her. And it was good, but I don't like zombie movies, so that made it worse because it was a really good zombie movie. But if you like good zombie movies, this is a good one. Watch it. Next. So this movie is A Tale of Two Sisters. It came out in 2003 and it's rated R. So this movie is based off of a really old like legend, and there are like many other movies about the same like story. But this one is the one that I have known and heard about, and the director is Kim Ji-woon. He is South Korean and there's an Asian cast. So if you're looking for it and you're looking for the specific one, you can look for the director and the year it came out. So Kim Ji-woon, and came out in 2003. Let me read the synopsis. After being institutionalized in a mental hospital, Korean teen Soo Mi reunites with her beloved sister Soo Yeon, and they return to live at their country home. The girl's widower father has remarried, and the siblings are immediately resentful of his new wife, Yeonju. As Soo Mi and Soo Yeon try to resume their regular lives, strange events plague the house, leading to surprise revelations and a shocking conclusion. This is in Korean with English subtitles. I saw the trailer and it is good. It's on my to watch list. I think I remember watching it a long time ago, but I can't remember what happened, so I'm gonna rewatch it again. So next movie is The Mimic. It came out in 2017. It's not rated, and the director is Ha Jung, and he is South Korean. There's also an Asian cast. This movie is paranormal. Let me read the synopsis. The mother of a missing child takes in a lost girl she finds in the woods, but soon begins to wonder if she is even human. This movie is in Korean and it has English subtitles. So this movie looked really creepy by the trailer. And you know, movies with creepy kids in it always turn that dial up a notch too. Alright, next movie is 2359. It came out in 2011 and it's rated R. The director is Gilbert Chan. He's from Singapore. There's an Asian cast. So let me read the synopsis. An army recruit is found dead 1 minute before midnight on an island military training camp. The gruesome incident reveals a terrifying secret, and his fellow soldiers have to confront their deepest fears. So I was watching the trailer, and it's about how I think there was a woman on the island and she died a minute before midnight, and so now she haunts anyone who comes on the island and kills them a minute before midnight. Creepy. It was creepy. I didn't watch the movie just yet. It is on my to watch list. And oh, it's in Mandarin with English subtitles. I don't think I mentioned that. I think it also has, it may be English dubbed as well. I'm not too sure. Okay, next movie. Next movie is Ju-on. It came out in 2000 and it's not rated. This movie is what The Grudge, like the American remake of it, is based off of. The director of this movie is Takashi Shimizu, and he's Japanese. There's an Asian cast, and let me read the synopsis. In a jealous rage, a man kills his wife and son in their home, and everyone who visits falls prey to a terrible curse. So it's like definitely paranormal. There's no getting past the paranormality of this movie. It is very creepy. There is a lot of, does anybody get out alive is what I'll ask you. And you can let me know. Next movie and final movie, I saved the best for last because honestly it was a tie between Ju-on and this one, but the next movie is Ringu, or Ring. It came out in 1998 and it's not rated. This movie is what the American remake of The Ring is based off of. This one is better. Anyway, the director is Hideo Nakata, and he's Japanese. There's an Asian cast, and let me read the synopsis. When her niece is found dead, along with 3 friends after viewing a supposedly cursed videotape, reporter Reiko Asakawa sets out to investigate. Along with her ex-husband, Ryuji, Reiko finds the tape, watches it, and promptly receives a phone call informing her that she'll die in a week. Determined to get to the bottom of the curse, Reiko and Ryuji discovered the video's origin and attempt to solve an old murder that could break the spell. So it's in Japanese and you can watch it with English subtitles. I definitely recommend this movie. These last 2 movies are really, really good and I think are the best because they're the originals and they're just better. But that's the end of the list. Let me know if you want me to make a part 2, if you have seen any of the movies on my list, or you have movies that you want me to add onto this list. Comment down below. If you like this video or liked any of the movies on this list, like this video. And if you like my content, please subscribe. I will see you on the other side. Bye. Bye.